And good evening, everybody. Welcome inside 302 Sports. Mike Lang, John Colegia, Jason Winchell, Nick Halliday along with you. On a Thursday night, we have number 1 and number 2, the Ursuline Raiders hosting the Caravel Buccaneers. We've been looking forward to this game for a long time. Getting down to crunch time, John, and you've been through these wars with these teams, and this should be a fun one. This is like the entire state is here in this little gym here at Ursuline.
Yeah, this is what you look forward to here late in the season. All the top teams are, going and trying to play one another. I know both Coach Noonan, Coach Banks, they want to make sure that their February has a lot of quality opponents, so they're getting tournament ready come late February, early March this year. I think we're starting in February, right, for the state tournament, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, it should be the end of the committee meetings on the 20th, and then I believe they start on maybe that Tuesday after that, so it'll be at the 26th or so.
Okay.
Of course, Sanford is here next Thursday. We'll be doing that game. And Caravel and Sanford play, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the last game of the regular season over at Sanford. So you mentioned the top three playing each other. St. E's has played both of these teams here tonight. They play Sanford, I believe, coming up in the next week or 10 days. So you mentioned all the top teams getting to play each other. It's a lot of fun. We've watched a lot of basketball this season, and we're finally we're in the home stretch, John.
This is a fun time part of the year. I think after talking to both coaches, I was fortunate enough to get to both schools and see their practices over the past week or so and talk to both coaches. And I think Caravel was dealing with some injuries throughout the season. Coach Banks seems to think everyone's healthy, ready to go now. Coach Noonan had indicated about a weekend or two ago they played up in New York, and he said they had a half dozen of their kids were ill. Only had 2 kids that were not, under the weather. And, so they're both, I think, have their full rosters ready to go or healthy. And they both were looking forward to tonight and the matchup, that you have between the two, schools that have traditionally been in the top 2 or 3 schools, in the tournament and regularly on a regular basis, I should say.
We're getting the Caravel introductions there. Of course, we didn't hear them, but you mentioned Speedy Wilson. Let's talk a little bit about Speedy and what she brings to the table.
Speedy is your floor general. She's your AKA Maurice Cheeks, Steph Curry that's going to be out there. Has multifaceted game where she can, hit the deep shots but also attack the basket. She sees the floor. You have other players. Cherish Bryant is going to be right there in the backcourt as well. And, add to that along with Tate and Brycelyn, Strickning, are going to round out the Caravel's, lineup as we get ready to have the national anthem here.
So we will probably mute during the anthem if it's funny, John. The national anthem, if it's played, it's recorded, and we can't play it. So if it's sung live, then we can play it. It doesn't make any sense. But that's the way it goes. So this is a big game. The gym's packed.
We got Ursuline headed by Gigi Banks.
Yeah.
Only a sophomore. 1,000-point scorer already.
Offers from everywhere.
Yes, she is, one of the top players in her class, which I believe is class of 2027.
All right, let's kill this for a second. already. So, John, you mentioned Gigi Banks. Of course, she can't do it alone. A lot of newcomers. They had some graduations last year, some transfer out. They had some transfers in as well. Sinai Johnson and Nia Murphy, chief among them. I don't know if you have a chance to see them play at all, but Sinai played point when Gigi missed a game last week against Smyrna. And Ursuline did well. When she got in foul trouble, had to come out. Smyrna got right back in and took the lead and ended up winning that game last Thursday right here. So they're two important pieces for Coach Noonan. He's got a pretty good team even without Gigi, but he's got a really good team with her.
Yes. Coach Noonan has been doing this a long time, 18 years, 5 state championships here in Delaware. Very, very impressive. He is a hard worker, and he's going to get his team ready. I had a chance to see them yesterday in practice, and they were getting after it and looking to this matchup.
And we're about to get underway here, and the ball is in play. Played by Nia Murphy of Ursuline. They're in white going right to left. Gigi Banks, number 3. Catherine Lang, once played at Caravel, number 13. Also out there is Jasmine Butler. There's a shot by Banks, no good. And Sinai Johnson, we just mentioned her, number 2. For Caravel, that is Cherish Bryant with the ball, number 13. Right in front of us, number 11 is Mackenzie Hunter. This is Speedy Wilson, number 1. Brycelyn Strickling, 34, and Jordan Tate, former Ursuline player, number 33. So there's your starting 5s for each team. And we're going to keep our eye on some other scores tonight. Chief among them, Polytech and Smyrna. They're about 10 minutes from starting. There's a rebound by Hunter. And if Caravel, they got that height advantage, John. Let's see if they can take advantage of it tonight.
Yeah, with an offensive rebound, something as a coach you don't want to see early on. Ursuline is in a 2-3 zone here.
Bryant drives in, misses, rebounded by Murphy, and there goes Banks. She loves to run. Look at her, Speedy. Takes Speedy to the glass, up and in, Gigi Banks.
Banks is very dynamic. She can handle the ball. She sees the floor. Great court vision, a lot of great instincts as a point guard for Ursuline.
Here's Wilson. She's looking for 3. Off the iron.
One of the points of emphasis with Coach Noonan yesterday in practice was as they were in their zone, he wanted them to get their hands up more often. And 2 trips down the floor, and Ursuline has their hands down near their hips and has given up 2 offensive rebounds.
Jordan Tate rolled out of bounds with that ball, so it's going to be Raiders basketball. But you mentioned a couple of boards there for the Buccaneers, and they're going to have a height advantage over most teams in the state. And it's reflected in their record. I believe they're 14-1, if I'm not mistaken. This is a really good team that Coach Larry Banks has put together. I believe this is his second year at Caravel. He's taking over for Coach Caldwell. Inside to Murphy. She's fouled. That's going to be Strickling on the foul.
Yeah, this is a matchup, again, of last year's state championship where Ursuline won. And I know after talking to a few of the Caravel players, they were looking forward to this matchup.
I bet you were. They have a lot more returners than Ursuline does. Here's Johnson into Butler. Back to Sinai Johnson for 3. Rolls in and out. Murphy with the rebound. Now have a whistle. It's going to be an offensive rebound and a foul on Murphy. So Nia Murphy with the first team foul. We have a substitution coming in as Olivia O'Hara. Get Murphy out pretty quickly there.
Let's see what Ursuline ends up doing here defensively. Are they still in the 2-3 zone, which they are? And let's see how Caravel matches up. They're in a little 1-3-1 set, playing the short corner to mid-post game.
Nice pass inside to Tate. And picked up by O'Hara to Banks. She's going 1-on-2. She goes around Strickling. Kind of got off balance there, and the ball never really got close to the rim. Here comes Bryant. She goes in, up, and scoop shot won't go. Here goes Banks. John, we're in for a treat. Behind the back. Oh, a dish to Butler and in. Gigi, no look past the Butler.
That court vision, that way she took the ball to the other court.
And if you're her teammate, John, you've got to be on your toes.
You do. You got to have your hands up, be ready. We always talk about be shot ready.
You might catch one right in the nose. Over Butler with the shot. That's good. That is Speedy Wilson with the bucket. And it's 4-2 Ursuline. Wilson dealing with a little bit of an injury earlier this season, but she looks pretty healthy now.
Coach Banks indicated the other day in practice that she's healthy, they're ready to go. They were dealing with some other injuries with some players here and there, but they all seem to be close to 100%.
And there's Wilson with a near steal. You know, we're running out of time. There's only 2 weeks left in the regular season, and there's some teams with some games to play. There might be some fatigued teams heading into that state tournament.
Both teams here tonight, I'm going to look, and we kind of saw a little glimpse of it there, are going to go baseline to baseline. They're going to push the ball when they can get out in transition, fill the lanes. And let's look and see if they do a good job of spacing the floor. Caravel in a man-to-man here.
Johnson loses the handle for a second, and she gets it to Banks. John, she's grown since her 8th grade season. You know, she's got all the moves down, but now she's got a little bit of height too.
Yeah, and she's filling out and getting closer to having that college body too.
Only a sophomore. She misses that shot. Here comes Bryant. Coming over from Tatnall a couple years ago. She goes into the lane, puts it up, no good. That ball's out of bounds off of Strickning. No, it's going to say it's off of Catherine Lang, and it's going to stay with the Bucks. I had a chance to see Caravel finally last week against St. Elizabeth's. Vikings gave them a run for their money last week. There's swatted out of bounds by Butler. Full house here at Caravel, not Caravel, it's Ursuline tonight. Not a seat available.
Checking in for Hunter.
And they're I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I lost track of it anyway. So this is that Claire Gordon, right?
Claire Gordon is in as well, but 22 for Caravel just came in. Zeta Rock?
Rock, yeah.
Rock?
Yeah, the Rocks have been at Caravel for a while. That's been moved by Wilson up and too hard off the glass. And there's going to be a hold on Speedy, but what a move by Speedy. Just couldn't get it to go. But that was a great move by Speedy Wilson.
I talked to Speedy at her practice, and she was saying how excited she is to get up to Niagara and play there next year. But she said they want to take care of some business here in Delaware first.
John, I went to St. Bonaventure, as you know, and Niagara in the Little Three or Big Four now with the University of Buffalo. I usually can't root for the Purple Eagles, but I will when Speedy's up there, and I did when Ursuline had a player that went up there too. What's that? And India Johnson just beat Niagara? India's at Towson, of course. That's a Caravel legend, India Johnson.
Yes.
Now it's killing me, the Ursuline girl who went to Niagara, but I'll remember it. I'll look it up if I have to. Butler loses the handle and is picked up. Oh, some defense there by Banks. It saved herself a breakaway for Caravel. Three-pointer off the glass and taken by Banks. She's on the move. She's got Johnson, but too many Buccaneers back there. Carrying Pollen balls called by the official. John, a little surprised we only have 2 officials here. Oh, there are 3. Never mind. There's 3 officials tonight. I know there's not a ton of officials to go around. This is a big game. They do a great job, by the way. Despite what you may have seen at Conrad a couple of times.
I always agreed with the officials.
I'm sure you
I
did.
never, ever
no, I knew
had
that.
any beef with the officials.
No, you did not.
I would always let them know at the beginning of the game if they needed any help, they could look over at me, and I could signal to them what I saw, too.
Wilson has the ball touched from behind by Murphy. That's going to be her second foul, I believe. Murphy's protesting that call, but that's not going to help.
Caravel,
I kid because I care, John.
Caravel, the last few possessions, obviously Speedy has done a nice job getting in. She got fouled this time. The last time she went in and got a high percentage shot.
And of course, Speedy, first name Chastity, but everybody calls her Speedy. Her freshman year played at St. George's Tech. Saw her score 30 points one night for the Hawks, and then she moved across the canal to Caravel. She's been an outstanding player for the Buccaneers. She goes 1 for 2 from the line.
We have Gabriella Jacinto. Just checked in the game for Caravel, number 35.
Yeah, O'Hara's back in. Murphy on the bench with 2 fouls. We're only 5 minutes in. Banks with the long 3. Gordon with the rebound. Great position. She's fouled on the way up. Claire Gordon might be the shortest player out there.
Talking to the coaches, all the coaches kind of concurred in regards to Gordon basically saying she has a big motor, gets after it, and you know, no doubt she gets in there against the bigs, gets a rebound, and gets rewarded to go into the foul line here.
So Gordon, first point of the evening. Second one is up off the side of the rim, taken by Tate. Here come the Bucks. These two teams like to run, so should have a nice up and down game here tonight.
Ursuline back in their 2-3 zone. Previous possessions, they were in man-to-man, mixing it up. Caravel's looking to go a little odd to their even man front zone.
Steal by Gordon. Gets it up to Banks. Who else? Here's Johnson on her right. Banks takes it off the glass and good. Gigi Banks. She's got 4. Timeout Caravel. They trail 7-3. John, just want to let people know Saturday, we will be doing the Howard and William Penn from Howard on Saturday. I believe that's at noon. It's on the schedule. And then Sunday, we're going to have Salesianum at Odessa. Little pre-Super Bowl action. That's Sunday at 3. All right, we're going to double check to make sure we have the people to do the Howard game. But it's on the schedule. I thought I was going to Howard. And then next Thursday, we're right back here for Sanford and Ursuline, another big rivalry here in Delaware. So, John, the invitation's open. You check your schedule. You let us know.
Hey, let me know. I'll do my best. As long as the girls aren't playing, I'm here. And even if they are and I wasn't planning to go, I can put it on the laptop here.
Everybody knows John's girls. Julie, a grad student at Goldie Beacon. Stephanie, a senior this year?
Yes.
At UMass. And Stephanie, by the way, is having a great season.
Yeah, they're both grad. They're working on their masters.
Oh, well, how about that?
Good little energy down inside, trying to get it in against their zone.
Ill-advised pass by O'Hara, and she gets to Cherish Bryant. One-on-one with Gordon. Gordon's kind of sticking her there. Now she's trying to get a screen from number 35. I got to look at that. That's Gabriella Jacinto. Outlet ahead. Johnson thought about a 3. Gives it to Gordon.
Caravel's going deep here on their bench. They have a 9th grader in as well. Number 12, Melania Suter.
Yeah, she's pretty good. If you're playing in Caravel as a freshman, you're pretty good. Banks a little slow to get up. She looks like she's fine. There's the shot by, it turns into a pass. Shot missed by the Bucks. I think it's going to stay with Caravel. It is. It's a little disjointed play out there for a little bit. The Buccaneers are going to hang on. They are probably the deepest team in the state from all the ones I've seen. And there's going to be a foul on the inbound.
Offensive push off by Tate, trying to establish position down there. Gordon again in the mix of things. Tough player.
Yeah.
Her sister Ella graduated, and I believe she's up at Gettysburg now playing ball there.
Claire is not afraid of anything out there, that's for sure. So here's Banks, 1:06 to go in the first. Low scoring affair, only 7-3. O'Hara drives the baseline. She runs into Tate, and traveling violation.
I know both coaches are going to want to clean some things up here. Both teams are looking a little sloppy, not valuing and taking care of the basketball. I think as we go on, you're going to start to see a cleaner game.
Maybe some just excitement here. You know, this game's been a circle on the schedule for a long time. Saved inbounds by the Bucks. Here is the shot. No good. That was number 12. That was Melania Suter. Underneath, we have a traveling
Rock down in there getting some rebounds, trying to kick it to the weak side corner, and then also trying to get it down into the post to get that high percentage shot.
Mackenzie Hunter checks back in for the Bucks. The clock is not moving. There it goes. 36 seconds and change here in the first quarter. 7-3. Ursuline, like John said, I think everybody's just finding their sea legs right now. They may run this clock
Ursuline going to play?
Like,
going to play down.
You know, in most games they would not, but I think tonight against Caravel, it's a different story.
With the lead 7-3, you want to gain some momentum and not allow Caravel to start the second quarter, with any momentum from the first.
There goes Banks. She finds a lane, off the glass, won't go, and unless we have a three-quarter shot here, we don't. That's going to do it. A very low-scoring first quarter, 7-3 Ursuline. We're going to take our first break of the night. You're watching high school basketball on 302 Sports.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
Second quarter action about to get underway here at Ursuline. Mike Lang and John Colegio on the call. Nick Halliday on the camera. Jason Winchell producing tonight. Thanks for joining us for our girls' game of the week. And the only thing I would not have predicted was the score. And it was a lot of up and down basketball in the first quarter. Buccaneers will start with possession. And there is Bryant. Bryant and Wilson will probably spend most of the day out there. Gordon gets her hands all over it. And that needs to be a foul on Banks.
I really liked Caravel right there, screened their zone and got Strickling a nice opportunity, but she got fouled there. So look for more of that. Ursuline is in man-to-man off of the inbound.
Wilson goes down. She's hobbling out there. That ball's off of Caravel. It's going to be called off of Bryant. And Speedy Wilson, looks like her left ankle, John. She's hobbling a little bit out there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. You know, Coach Banks has already seen that.
Yeah, she sat out the last part of the first quarter, and I thought something was up. It wasn't foul trouble.
So they get it around to Banks. Johnson over to her right in the corner. Gigi drives, finds a lane, and that's up and just won't go in. Everything but the finish foul on Jasmine Hunter on Jordan Tate. So Gigi's looking for her shot right now.
Let's not forget, too, in girls basketball, they basically start shooting fouls at 5 fouls now per quarter.
Yes. In fact, I think the men's college game is the only one left with the one-on-one.
Yes, because women's college does the same exact setup. Again, screening the interior of the zone, looking to get Strychnine and Tate involved.
So down low, it's Banks, Butler, and is that O'Hara? No, Catherine Lang down there, pack in the middle.
I'm going to look for Hunter. She's already, there it is for the three. She leads the team with 20 of them, rattles off the front of the rim.
There's that rebound, the Strychnine, she just couldn't get the shot to fall. Ursuline gets the ball back. They lead by 4, a minute and a half here into quarter number 2. Sinai Johnson, number 2, Banks 3, Butler, Gordon, and there is Lang. Kicks it back out to Gigi. Never really a bad idea. Caravel's got Bryant, Hunter, Strychnine, Tate, and let's see what happens here. That pass off of Butler's hands and out of bounds.
Both teams
Suitors out there, I'm sorry.
Taking their time on the offensive end, being patient with the ball.
Suter out, Wilson back in. She gets probably checked out by the trainer. Tate's going to drive, stops, gets it over to Strychnine for 3. High off the rim, played by Butler, and long outlet to Gigi Banks. 1-on-3, she splits the middle, and that one goes in. What a play by Gigi Banks. You never know what she's going to do, John.
She is skilled and talented.
That's going to be a foul. I believe Butler or Gordon's going to be 2 shots here for Chastity Wilson. Fouls called on Claire Gordon, her first. Ursuline's third in the quarter already, though.
One of the things, if you're Coach Banks, that you'd probably like to do with Banks attacking the basket, but she is so shifty, is maybe get somebody to step in and take a charge. She's going in there sometimes, and if you can get somebody to slip in there, take a charge or two, you might gain some momentum down there and, limit her opportunities of attacking the basket as much.
So Wilson with 3 for 4 from the line tonight. She's got the only field goal for Caravel. They trail 9-5 here. Raiders with the ball. Butler tries to get around. Rock, she does, and in she goes, Jasmine Butler, too. She's got 4 for the game for Ursuline. It's always helpful for the Raiders to get that secondary scoring, not let one player do it all, because you can't really rely all the time on one. You just concentrate all your defense on one player then, but not if you have more than one weapon.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's...
You had that kind of, you had your daughters playing together, so you had a couple, and they weren't the only ones you could score.
Yeah.
You had Whittlesey and a couple other players, but you know what it's like when a team relies on just one player.
Yeah, no, sometimes that can be tough, and, I've even seen coaches, once the other team gets the rebound down the one end, I see them double team, the teams that and you see it sometimes even at the college level where they want a certain person to bring the ball up. That was one of the things at Conrad. We had 4 or 5 kids that could handle the ball.
You had a lot of talent on those
and we
teams.
didn't, really focus on, hey, one person's going to run point for us.
Here comes Bryant down the middle, and I think there was not a foul. That was a held ball. It's going to be a jump ball. It goes to Ursuline. Now, the amazing thing, John, I always tell people is the year you guys won that state championship in 2018, Julie didn't score a point.
Yeah, no, she had a foot injury, and she kind of pushed through it. She was struggling, but one of the good things, we used her as a decoy quite a bit.
She's a great decoy.
Yeah, and that's what you try to you look for coaches to do. Maybe sometime use one of their top few players. Banks again.
Tried to spin that in there. She's going to go to the line for 2 here.
Early on, I saw Caravel running a second defender at Banks. Last couple times down, she's gotten some more open lanes. Players aren't rotating over. I'm sure like Coach Banks would like them to do, and get in a position. Again, I'd like to see somebody step in and take a charge. And then it might make her think a few times, hey, am I going to continue to do this?
It's so important for Ursuline that somebody else is a viable option. So they do have some players out there. Coming in this year, we didn't really know a lot of these kids, but you've seen Murphy. And look at that steal there by Lang, and it's up and in. Catherine Lang coming up late in the season, playing a lot more here for the Raiders and doing some damage.
Ursuline putting on the 3/4 court press here early.
John Noonan trademark. They lead 14-5 halfway through the second quarter. Tate drives in, kicks to Hunter and over to Suter. They're going to set it up again up top with Cheris Bryant.
Coach
Tate
Noonan.
and Sinai Johnson bumping into each other out there. What's that?
Coach Noonan definitely likes to, take you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. No runner by Cheris Bryant. Won't go, but Strickling there to pick up the loose change and put it home. Here's Banks, gets around, and she's going back to the line. So that is just the second field goal for Caravel tonight, and the first points for anybody but Speedy Wilson. Banks back at the line shooting 2 fouls on Bryant, her first. Misses this one. You never know which college coach is going to show up in the gym. I wouldn't recognize too many of them, but they've been here this year. I know that.
No doubt. She's a talent.
And I'm sure they're looking at some others too. All right, 1 for 2 from the line for Gigi. She's 2 for 4 in the game. And that ball out of bounds off of Lang. That's a great last name, and it's going to stay with Caravel. She does spell it wrong, though, John.
She added an E,
She
right?
added an E at the end, yeah.
The good thing, too, when you get the college coaches in, if you're a teammate of one of those players, a college coach could see you. We've had several of our players being recruited because they came in to see a particular player and they noticed another player. They shared with another coach, at a different school. Or an assistant coach came to see one of your players, and now that assistant coach has moved.
It's good to see the kids in Delaware getting that kind of attention. A long outlet to Sinai Johnson ahead of everybody and up and in. Banks with the assist. Timeout, Caravel. Not only can she shoot, Johnny mentioned her court vision, and she's accurate with her passes most of the time, too.
Oh, she's fun to watch. She's only going to continue to get better.
At the conclusion of this one, John and I will name our Claire's Fashions player of the game, and she gets to put on the 302 chain, John. We'll get her picture.
That is some bling bling there. I really like that. I might have to just put it on.
Well, I think we've all gotten our picture taken with the chain, so it's I got to watch where I'm going.
I got to jump in there and get my picture taken eventually.
I thought if I was running the NFHS network, my phone would not go to sleep, but it did. I was going to check on the score here.
Coach Banks is calling a timeout. Down 10, score 17-7 with 2:44 to go. Trying to get his team back in, locked in, taking care of the ball, get some high percentage shots. Look for a set versus Ursuline zone. If you're Ursuline and knowing Coach Noonan a little bit, he might throw a little different defense here at you. He might come out man-to-man. He might do a little run and jump trap. Let's see.
John,
what each one of the coaches does.
Score from Smyrna. It's Smyrna 11, Polytech 7.
No
Back
real big
underway.
adjustments.
We're trying not to trip our cameraman here. That would be bad. Uh-oh, that pass saved by Bryant. As Ursuline staying in that, looks like still in that 2-3. Open look for Hunter. A little short, rebounded by Butler, and gets it out to Claire Gordon. Here come the Raiders. Gets it back to Lang. Sinai Johnson's going to run things here for a second. I was impressed. I mentioned I saw her play point last week, and she did a great job for the Raiders.
Was that against Smyrna?
Against Smyrna, yeah. She was. They were a little shorthanded, and Sinai did a good job. She got in foul trouble. That's where things kind of fell apart for them. Yeah. Banks the long three. That's going to be rebounded by Hunter, and here come the Bucks in maroon. Hunter gets it to Brian inside Strickling, one-on-one with Butler. Ball off the side of the rim and a long pass ahead to Sinai Johnson. Can't get the layup to go. Didn't really have a great angle, I don't think, at that layup.
That was a tough one. Both teams are missing little chippies in close to the basket.
So Coach Noonan wants the hands up on defense.
Speedy still on the bench. I'm wondering how much her injury is affecting her.
Yeah, she wouldn't be missing this one. Hunter again for three. Puts a little more on this one. Just can't get it to go. Banks getting ahead of the field. She's got Bryant to beat. Goes up with the left hand and good. Cherish Bryant did about all she could do getting in the way there, but Speedy had enough on that left hand. She scored, Banks. Gigi scored 32 against Baltimore Poly on Saturday at the SL24 and has kept the scoring going tonight.
I thought one of the cool things that Coach Noonan, they have a big screen here, and yesterday in the middle of his practice, he started doing some game film review and over things with his players yesterday that he was hoping it would pertain to today as well, and things he was looking to clean up, like defensively getting their hands up. Good take and finish there by Bryant.
Caravel, they need something. Only 17 seconds ago. Where did the second quarter go? Ursuline is going to hold here, obviously, for the last shot. Only 11 seconds left. Banks has Gordon, Butler, Lang, and Sinai Johnson over on the right side. But it's going to be Banks stopping, dribbles a little Euro step up, and just won't go. That brings us to halftime here at Ursuline Academy. A low scoring one. It's Ursuline 19, Caravel 9. John, we got to take our commercial break, but we'll be back in about 8 or 9 minutes with the second half and a little recap. You're watching our high school girls game of the week on 302 Sports.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barkley's can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First Aid Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, you know, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all the seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the Raw Bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. If someone called me to do a job, I always said yes. Whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
I'm Chef Hari Cameron. At Grandpa Mac, pasta's our thing. We serve quality food fast that's not fast food. We make everything in-house and serve something for everyone. We're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Follow the noodle to Grandpa Mac.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics.
All right, John, where's that time go? All right, we're back for the second half. Looks like I'm doing camera for 10 seconds till Nick gets back up here. It's going to be Caravel ball. They trail 19-9. John, what do you think Caravel needs to make an adjustment here in the second half? I know they need to make it. What do they need to do?
Caravel's got to finish, keep getting the ball inside, keep trying to get high percentage shots. They got a couple looks from the perimeter. They just got to knock them down. Hunter has 23s on the season. I'm sure she's going to lock in here and knock one or two down.
Our cameraman is back. Nick, I did a great job for the 17 seconds I was on camera. John, that's going to be your next job here is running the camera.
I'm not sure I'm qualified. That's beyond my pay grade.
So Caravel comes up empty. Tate may have gotten away with one there. They double team on Sinai Johnson. Murphy goes in. She's going to be fouled. And it's going to be, he did not signal 2 shots on the floor.
Coach Banks is upset. Looked like she ran into her own teammate there, but it looked like somebody might have stuck a hand in from the side.
Full house here at Ursuline Academy on a Thursday, a chilly Thursday. And that ball inbound stolen by Bryant. She's on the run, 1-on-4. Gets it to Tate and traveling on Jordan Tate.
One of the things you'd like to see your players do, everybody wants to just go running in and finish at the basket. And high percentage of defenders are going to try and challenge you. I want to see a jump stop. I want to see you protect the ball, maybe get a little shot fake and get an N1.
That was a tough one too, John. They were like 2-on-4 heading down there. Here's Banks, guarded by Wilson. Nia Murphy looking to make a move on Strickney. Strickney does a good job sealing that off. Gets it over to Lang. 3-pointer won't go. Swatted out of bounds. Murphy drops it. And it's going to go to Caravel. John, if you have a chance to see the gym here at Ursuline, they've done some renovations in here.
Yeah, it looks very nice. I was in here the other day for practice.
A lot brighter.
Yes.
Some more seats up top here. The same bleachers down bottom, but they've done, and they're not done. They still have some work to do here. But the gym has been ready since volleyball. Gigi Banks ahead of the pack. Off the glass and good. So the first points of the second half go to Banks. Ursuline extends the lead to 12. Here's Bryant. If Caravel I think they just need a shot or two to fall, John. They get right back in this game.
Yeah. Now you're seeing Caravel trying to screen the zone here again. Just got to be patient. Take your time. Kind of whittle away.
That's a foul on Jordan Tate as she pushed Catherine Lang out of the way to get the rebound. And that's going to be the second team foul. Third on Tate, by the way. Second on Ursuline. I'm sorry. I'm messing up a lot here tonight. Second on Caravel in the half. But 3 on Jordan Tate, and it looks like.
Suter coming in for Hunter.
And Zeta Rock is getting ready. She's probably going to replace, I would imagine, Jordan Tate. Banks looking for somewhere to go. Why not the basket? Blocked by Wilson. That's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Raiders. Nice play there by Speedy Wilson.
Yeah, Tate's coming out here with 3 fouls.
Still 5:53 to go here in the third. They don't want to lose her for the game.
We had talked earlier, Coach Noonan allowed Gigi Banks to play with 2 fouls. Some coaches do that. I kind of like it. We used to do it quite a bit.
Nice find, Hunter. I'm sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Talk to our players about, making sure they control themselves and aren't out there putting themselves in jeopardy of picking up an extra foul. Let's see how long Tate stays on the bench and what Coach Banks decides to do.
And obviously it was Jasmine Butler, not Hunter. Wilson's going to try another 3. This one's short. She might be having trouble pushing off when she got hurt in that first half. Johnson from the baseline. 3-ball, no good. Rebound by Butler out to Banks. And that 3 is good for G.G. Banks. So an offensive rebound leads to a 3-pointer for the Raiders. Here's Bryant to Wilson. This time she's trying to drive. Dribbles it off her knee. Out of bounds, and it's going to go to Ursuline. So right now, just things not going Caravel's way. They just, I'm confident that they got one thing to go their way. They could get right back in this.
Most definitely, I could see that occurring.
And there's an offensive foul to move on Butler. So that's going to give the ball back to Caravel. 4:55 to go here in the third. Reminder, we'll be back here next Thursday. Sanford. I have not seen Sanford this year. They've been playing. They played a lot of games. All these teams play a lot of games in the showcases and out of state.
That's what you got to do. Coach Thompson
right.
does a great job with his team year in and year out.
Nice pass to Rock. Short off the glass. Speedy did a good job finding Zeta Rock. And Banks is going to slow it down here. Ursuline doesn't really need to be in any kind of hurry. Murphy looking for the give and go. A lot of traffic. Lang gets it. Somehow Ursuline got out of that with the ball. 3 ball for Naya Murphy. That's when you know things are going your way. That should have been a turnover.
Banks hustles to the floor, picks the ball up, kicks it up for the shot.
Wilson lost that one out of bounds. So Ursuline, I believe, is 8-8 on the season.
Yeah, a lot of people might say, oh, 8-8, you're at 500.
And they're still our number 1 ranked team.
Yeah, but by far the toughest schedule, in the entire state. One of the nice things that Ursuline has as well that some schools don't have, them and Caravel, they're not in a conference, so they're not locked into games.
A no-look pass to Murphy. Can't get the finish, but good look. Yeah, it's that shot up by Bryant. Being in a conference, you have a schedule that you can rely on. Sometimes these the teams not in conferences, sometimes they scramble to fill schedules. Not Ursuline, Caravel, sure.
Yeah, no, I mean that's one of the nice things, and I think, and I don't know if it was just this year, but I noticed that they're only playing the Padduas and St. Mark's once now per year, where in previous years they would play each other twice.
Yeah,
and that's, I think, good for all of the teams.
I think it was a mutual decision.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's good to some more competitive games.
That's something I think Sanford would possibly like to do in girls basketball is play.
O'Hara this time from the baseline. That rebound's going to be taken by Butler. Sinai Johnson to follow. Can't get that to go. Bryant gets the ball, and she's off and running right to left on your screen. Into the corner for Wilson. She goes in. Off glass and good for Chastity Wilson.
Let's see if Caravel can build on this. Banks.
Gigi is fouled, and she's going to go to the line. I think Wilson's going to get called. Just tough from her reaction. So it's not on Speedy Wilson. Looks like they're calling it on Zeta Rock. I'm sure Coach Banks is okay with that. You don't want to be the foul on Speedy. We have a timeout. We'll take a look, real quick, not discussion, we'll just check in on some of the other top teams we have here in Delaware. That first one, no good for Banks.
One of the impressive things, in addition to the many good things that Ursuline is doing tonight, is Gigi Banks is the only starter returning from last year's team. The other 4 starters are no longer at Ursuline or graduated.
Banks 1 for 2. The same number of free throws she hit from the line last year in the state championship game at the end. As Coach Noonan told me, John, I only needed 1 free throw.
That's it.
Caravel gets that loose ball, and here's Wilson with Claire Gordon all over. Bumps into Gordon. Banks on the run. I'm sorry, that was Sinai Johnson, not Banks. And she hits the 3. Banks jumping up and down at the other end, though. Sinai Johnson, the 3rd player, hit a 3 for Ursuline in this quarter.
Mike, that all started with Claire Gordon's great defense. You know, we talked to players about moving their feet, and she did a great job of moving her feet, staying in front of Speedy.
Up and down for Strickling. She had something to say. She's going to get the and 1 opportunity here. O'Hara went down hard, but looks like she's okay.
If you're Caravel, you're looking to get some consecutive stops here, gained some momentum. They had 2 consecutive stops, had 2 made foul shots, a basket. Let's see if they can continue here with this N1 opportunity.
And Butler plays it. She could have let it go, but nobody in the area, so she picks it up, puts it over to Sinai Johnson. Johnson crosses midcourt to Gordon. Gordon looking for a passing partner here, gets it to Jasmine Butler. Johnson gets around one defender, a scoop shot, not enough real estate, and taken by Suter. That's going to be a traveling violation. Looks like Tate's coming back in now with 2:01 to go in the third.
I'm still looking for somebody to step in and take a charge. Both teams are attacking the basket. I think there have been a handful of opportunities for somebody to step in and take a charge. Let's see if one or the other team can.
Banks with the long 3. This time won't go. Caravel with an opportunity here. Maybe try to cut this down to 10 or 12 by the end of the third if they can. And a 2-pointer for Tate. It's our first points of the night. 33-17 Ursuline, 1:30 to go in the third quarter.
Ursuline running a nice motion offense here, spreading the floor, getting cutters to the basket.
Butler with a traveling, and it's going to go back to Caravel. Chance to trim the lead.
With Ursuline spreading the floor like that, they're forcing the weak side of Caravel's defense to come over. You'd maybe like a skip pass.
Yeah, that's happened a few times tonight. Where like a Butler has snuck underneath and found herself open. That time, Claire Gordon with a foul on Strickning, and Bryson's going to get 2 shots here. So Caravel able to cut into this lead a little bit here. And the first one will not go. Second one is good. So 1 for 2. The lead is 15 now. It's tough to hold the ball for a minute, especially with Cherish Bryant all over, and she wrapped her arm around her, and that's going to be a foul.
Both teams have 14 fouls. Look for the bonus to be awarded on either team here with the last 50-some seconds of the quarter.
Maybe Ursuline tries to go with Jordan Tate with 3 fouls, and we have a
Caravel's got somebody on the ball here. I'm going to look to see if somebody leaks out. And we're going to look.
So it's not Banks bringing it in. She's got the quarterback arm to Sinai Johnson. Let's see if anybody can get loose. And now Banks does have it. You see that defense hustling back. Johnson to Claire Gordon. 40 seconds to go. Looks like they're just a little weave here. Mackenzie Hunter playing a little defense. And Sinai Johnson goes in, she's going to shoot 2. So they stayed patient. They're going to get 2 foul shots out of this. So Gigi Banks, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15, 16 of the 33 points tonight. Sinai Johnson with that free throw now has 6. Two for 2 for Sinai. Now I'm back on the camera. Up top to Tate. 13 seconds to go. Nearly stolen by Banks. Hunter to Tate. 13-footer is good. Jordan Tate, nice play. Banks going to heave. Just misses the 3. That would have been a Pretty nifty way to end the third quarter, but after 3 quarters, Ursuline 35, Caravel 20. John, we'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this. You're watching girls basketball on 302 Sports.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
All right, we are back. John, we know the top 4, Ursuline, Caravel, Sanford, St. E's. Some other teams having real good years in our top 10. Paddle at 5. Smyrna, I believe, is at 6. DMA, Polytech. Howard having a pretty good year in Flight B. Looks like they're the favorites to win Flight B. So some teams that we're used to seeing and some new teams in there, which is always nice to see. Your former team, Conrad, having a good season. They had a tough one today.
Yes, they struggled a little bit against Archmere.
A steal there. Sorry about that. I didn't know I was back on camera. A long outlet to Gordon. Now Nick is back. We're going to step over the cord. If anybody could see our setup up here, this is it's pretty amusing. But we want to thank, by the way, the athletic director here at Ursuline, Lauren D. Sabatino, for allowing us to come in and do the game and for setting us up here in the balcony. And we'll be back next Thursday, so thanks D-Sab and everybody here at Ursuline Academy. Banks for 3, swish. And when they needed her, they needed some points. They got a 3 from Gigi. I mean, it was a 15-point lead, but Caravel had a tiny bit of momentum there.
They've been searching for it and searching for the consistency. They get a couple little positive things going their way, and then Ursuline has done a very nice job.
Claire Gordon can't get that 3B to go, but it was a nice steal at the other end by Jasmine Butler.
And putting out their momentum here.
So here comes Wilson. She looks like she's moving pretty good on that ankle, or I think it was an ankle that she hurt. In and out with that 3 ball. And Banks has it, and the Raiders not in any kind of hurry here. They are in control. Murphy looking for the give and go, decides to take the shot herself. Gets the bounce, but it won't go. And here comes Jordan Tate. On along the baseline, nice pass into Strickling.
Tate's heading up to Westchester next year to play for the Rams. Play in the PSAC. Good opportunity for her.
I've been there for a game last year, not this year. I went to see last year. Michelle Kazicki, having an outstanding career at Westchester. I went up to see Michelle play. And at the time, Hannah Kelly from Ursuline was on the team too. And we have a foul called on, I believe, Cherish Bryant. That's her 3rd.
Bryant will be heading to Bentley next year, they're usually one of the top 25 teams in the country in Division II.
A lot of talent out here. Banks has to go all the way back 3/4 of the court to get that one. Yeah, there's some talent out here, that's for sure. Drives in, just can't get the roll, and Tate with another rebound. Here comes Wilson on the run. Claire Gordon with the reach. First team foul on the Raiders here. Quarter number. I think I'm to the joy of most listeners, my microphone's in and out. So it looks like Mackenzie Hunter will be inbounding the ball here for the Buccaneers.
Coach Noonan was chatting with Gordon there and just told her, hey, keep moving your feet.
That's our 4th,
Don't
by the
use
way.
your body. But he's got to like her intensity
and
the energy that she brings at both ends of the court.
Wilson looking for somewhere to go. Hunter inside. up and out. The ball's loose on the floor, and it rolls out to Tate. Trying to get around Butler, goes over top instead, count it, and the foul. Nice play, Jordan Tate. So 3-point opportunity here for Tate. That's her 6th point of the night, 5th and 6th points. She's got a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Again, let's see if Caravel can gain some momentum here.
Free throw won't go. Butler with the rebound. They trail by 14. It's been a tough shooting night for the Buccaneers, but they've shown some real good signs in the third quarter. And they have some really good wins this year. They beat Caravel last week at their place at Caravel. No look pass. Tate up to Wilson. And Nia Murphy playing with a couple of fouls, just and got in the way. And ball goes off the side of the rim, and the Raiders take it. So Murphy, good defense by really not doing anything other than getting in the way. And I think we have a timeout on the floor called by, looks like Coach Noonan. Or is he pointing the trainer to somebody? Maybe some blood. Just stitch that right up. She'll be right back on the floor.
Mike, you were talking about the top 10.
Oh, yeah, we mentioned Padua and Smyrna. And
Yes. With some of the other games you've seen this year, what are you seeing? Share that with us.
Well, Smyrna
with
here
some of the
last
other
week.
teams
Smyrna,
that are outside the top 4 or 5.
Yeah, well, I think Smyrna's going to be a tough body in the tournament. They have Kai Burnett, scorer, and action right here. Amaya Ellerby, who was the big scorer last week. I think I lost it. Amaya Ellerby is a good scorer for them.
Going in and out.
Yeah. So Smyrna's going to be tough. I haven't seen Tech. I have to watch this game later. They have a win over Cape Henlopen, and they've had a great season. And how scrappy Howard's. I'm going to have to switch headsets. In and out. Here comes Banks. Down the middle she goes. Dishes to Murphy. And the ball gets stuck right there. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me,
Whoop. You want to unplug it so it doesn't. Got some technical difficulties here.
All right. Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Nobody can hear me. Let's see. Hang on. No. How about now? Not really.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I can hear John. Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you now.
All right, we're good. Had to switch headsets. It's live
Murphy on the
streaming.
first attempt, rattled in and out, sinks the first one to
Yeah,
bump it
sure
to 15 with
get the scoring
4:36
right here.
left.
Murphy with a 1 of 2. So Wilson inside. Sorry, my headset kind of was going out on me. Strickling just can't get that to go. She makes some nice moves to get open underneath.
Certainly does.
But that's going to be Jacinto with the putback for Caravel.
Caravel at 3/4 court press leaves.
Is that Sinai Johnson?
Yep.
No, I can't really get around Nick now, so I can't. That makes it 41. I'm all discombobulated now. 41-26, 3:59 to go.
Caravel came up, had their 3/4 court press on, and allowed the ball to go over top of the press for an easy little layup. But again, Caravel, what I really like is their resilience. They're not waving the white flag. They are battling on. They're going to continue to try to chip away and, look if they can get. We always used to call 3 stops in a row a turkey. In bowling, you get 3 strikes.
No, not that often for me.
Yeah, I'm not that good there either. But we would always look to get 3 stops, and we would call it a turkey. And I think Caravel would like to have back-to-back turkeys here.
Yeah, I know this night hasn't gone their way, but this is a really good team. They're not 14-1 because they can't play basketball. This is just the way things have gone tonight for them. Here's Wilson. That looks like it's off. It is, and it's going to go out of bounds. O'Hara does a good job screening Jacinto so she can't get to it. But nobody's going to want to play Caravel in the state tournament, that's for sure. And they still have, I believe they have Sanford left in the regular season as well.
Caravel knocked off a very good Philly school, Cardinal O'Hara, this past week, and I think they won by 4 points.
They did. Nice dish to Butler, and she scores again. Jasmine Butler now I have her with 8. Yeah, they played O'Hara. I was thinking about going down there, but I didn't feel like driving all the way down to Caravel. Bank shot for Strickling. She's up to 9, if my math is correct. Banks just can't get that to go. And we're running and gunning. Here's Bryant from 12, no good. Gets her own rebound. Jordan Tate puts up the 15-footer. That won't go, and O'Hara gets the rebound. We have a jump ball that's going to go to the Raiders.
Caravel just needs some of these shots to fall. They've had a lot of shots inside. They had some open looks on threes. There are going to be days, and being around the game, there's going to be days where shots just don't fall. The one thing you can control is your defense, and they are trying their best out in the full court man-to-man press here, forcing Lang to bring it up.
Nice pass to Butler. Jasmine Butler has put herself together a pretty good night. That was a great pass by Lang to get her on the run. Catherine Lang, formerly of Caravel, that 3-pointer won't go. Swatted by Banks to herself. And nice play from behind. Wilson plays the ball. They're going to call her for the foul. And they're going to give her a shot. John, your old team, Conrad, having a pretty good season. Now they took some lumps today, but good job over there for the Red Wolves this season.
Yes, Coach Darrell Moses, who was a former basketball player at Conrad in our boys program, is the new head coach, and he's doing a fine job with a young squad. And, hit a little bump in the road today with Archmere and Coach Dan Pisani, whose team I look – Archmere also to get hot and be a team that, can kind of compete in the state tournament and be a little bit of a dark horse.
If Archmere can get there, you got to look out for like a Bridget Malloy.
Yeah.
Who's a good shooter. Dad's an NBA ref. That doesn't help her on the court at all. But Bridget, a senior, and plays multiple sports, as most people do at Archmere. And the other team I wanted to mention is Padua. Coach Sack is doing a great job over right up the street from here at Padua. And they've got some real talent on that team. So Bryant gets that one to fall. I'm sorry, go ahead.
They've been in competing with some of the other top 10 teams. I saw a little bit of their Ursuline game on tape and felt that they had some really good moments and, would look for them to, again, be a team that could kind of mix things up. We talk about our top 4, the Sanfords, the Caravels, the Ursulines, and St. E's, and then, Padua's right there. I believe they played St. E's the other night.
They did.
They
lost
a close game, right?
in overtime by 1 point.
Yeah. So they're showing they deserve to be in there as well. Coach Sack is doing a fine job over there with some of her players. She's had a couple players transfer in, one from Ursuline and another one from St. Mark's had transferred in, and so look for good things for them as the season continues and into the state tournament.
2 losses to St. E's by a total of 6 points this season. They're putting together. They had a great year last year as well. And another one this year, and they don't have too many seniors on that team. Grillo is a senior. But here's Ursuline just looking to get out of this without getting hurt anybody. This is Banks. I'll give you our point totals in a little bit, because I don't think we're done scoring yet. Gets it over to Butler. No hurry here, but now Bryant playing a little defense. Double team by Wilson, and that's a traveling violation on Sanai Johnson. So turnover. Caravel's going to need some long distance shots here to have any prayers. I don't want to say it's impossible, but this is a pretty steep hill.
Attack in the zone.
Bryant goes right in, just can't get it to fall. This is Wilson on the rebound. She's fouled, and she'll shoot a pair. We'll see who gets the foul. I think it was maybe a Butler. So it was Catherine Lang on the foul. So 2 for 2 from the line. Yeah, I went down. I did see St. E's Caravel. St. E's gave them a heck of a game at their place down in Bear last week. This just has not been their night. That's all. You know, some days it's your night, and some days it's not your night, and this has just not been their night.
Yeah, like I said, they've
done
had a
better in
lot
the
of
second half,
opportunities. You know, they're just missing some close-in shots. Next time around, I could see them making it. You know, one of the fun things, once you get down to the Bob, and that's where these two teams would probably end up meeting somewhere in the semifinals or even the finals, and you're going to have a much bigger court.
Reverse. Won't go on that time. Let's see if the 3 ball, that's just a little short. Rebounded, I believe that's
Catherine Lang.
Let's see who's coming in. That is Suter, Melania Suter for Mackenzie Hunter. Ursuline went to it's a foul for Strickling. That is going to put them into penalty. Ursuline lost 4 straight, ending with that Smyrna game last week, and they were under 500, which is not used to seeing with them. But now they won. They beat Baltimore Poly, who's a pretty good team, at the SL 24, and they've shown pretty good tonight with Banks and Butler kind of leading the way. So Jasmine Butler will shoot free throws here. First one is good.
We talk about Ursuline's schedule, and you know, I was talking to Coach Noonan, and you know, this year by far, you know, the toughest schedule in the entire state. Ursuline is out scheduling, playing in a lot of the showcase tournaments. It serves you well. It serves you well in games like this and gets you tested. Caravel does the same.
Runner for Bryant. Ball's loose, picked up by Wilson. She's fouled on the way up by Banks, I believe. She's going to take 2 shots here. We have a minute 23 to go. Let me just check something here. I can remember to give this cable back to a certain person. The phone charger. First
Wilson
one is
rattles in and out.
Let's take a quick look here if we can do it. So 1 for 2 for Wilson. So just a minute 20 left here. Ursuline plays next on Saturday at 1:15 at Cape Henlopen. Cape has some pretty talented players. That shot in for Catherine Lang. Wilson shot, she gets the rebound, loose ball. Bryant loses the handle, and Sanai Johnson comes up with it. Ursuline's going to improve to 9 and 8. Banks has that ball blocked. So we mentioned Ursuline at Cape Henlopen. on Saturday, 1:15 if you're down in Sussex County, want to watch a decent game. And Caravel also plays, well, they don't play Saturday, they are also down in Sussex County. They play at Woodbridge on Tuesday at 5 p.m., so they get to take the trip down to Greenwood. And I believe they're going to fall to 14-2, if I'm not mistaken. A really nice season for the Buccaneers.
Speedy is not giving up. She gets in there, gets a block, gets a tip pass there, goes out of bounds. Gotta love her energy.
Yeah, she doesn't quit, which is good to see. Here's a steal in the inbounds. Bryant is fouled with 39 seconds to go. She's going to head to the line. She's got 6 tonight. Nine points for Strickning. 10 points for Wilson. And John, they only had 9 points at halftime, and I never would have guessed that.
No, not a low-scoring game like that with these two teams.
So 1 for 2 from the line as we head up to the final 30 seconds. Yeah, and there's a foul, and we're in the penalty, so she'll be shooting. John, our Claire's Fashions Player of the Game, Gigi Banks. I don't think there was any question tonight.
No doubt. She does a lot. Ball's in her hand majority of the time.
We're going to try to get Gigi up here. It's going to be a little chaotic, but we're going to do it. I'm confident we're going to do it. We don't have our wireless mic with us. We can do it on the floor. First one doesn't hit. Gigi, by my count, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16, 19, 21 points currently out of the team's 50. A bunch of no-look passes. 0 for 2 from the line. Let's see if we can get through the last 20 without a foul. Shot up for Hunter, and that's good. They're still playing that defense, and Ursuline's going to dribble it out. We got 6, 5, and that's going to do it. I don't think she's going to shoot here. Maybe she is. That counts, apparently. All right, so your final score, Ursuline 52, Caravel 37. Number 1 beats number 2. Take a break. We're going to try to get Gigi Banks, our Claire's Fashions 302 Sports Player of the Game. We'll be right back.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all the seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all the seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris. I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized.
All right, we are joined by our Claire's Fashions DE 302 player of the game, Giselle Gigi Banks. And Gigi, we were talking on the way up. You didn't realize that you guys held Caravel to 9 points. People that talk about your offensive game, let's talk about that defense.
I'm just I feel as though my instincts are really good. So me and my teammates, we have good instincts. So reading their passes, and they want to get to the cup a lot. So cutting those gaps and forcing them to shoot those open shots was a good pointer in the first half.
Now they have Tate and Strickling, have a little bit of height on you guys. You've grown a lot since we first met. But you guys had some great positioning, good rebounds, second chance points. What was the secret on offense tonight?
Honestly, just swinging the ball and staying to our pace. Having the teammates that we have now, we like to play fast. We have a lot of small guards, so slowing the game down and, just being assertive and helping each other out and talking and communicating helped us get this win.
Now, you guys went through a little rough patch a couple weeks ago. You played well against Poly on Saturday, and then tonight, 2 weeks of the regular season left and then the tournament. I know your mindset really hasn't changed, but, you just looking at the tournament now, where you focus next game at Cape Henlopen. What are you looking at?
I'm looking one game at a time. When it come down to the come down, that's when stuff gets serious. But building as a team and building the chemistry stronger and stronger, I feel as that's going to help us get another state chip. We just being patient right now and dealing with what we got and building that chemistry that we have on the floor. So I feel as though if we keep playing to our speed, and being patient and careful, I feel as though we'll be good at the end.
Well, 22 points tonight for Gigi Banks. Another great game. Our Claire's Fashions player of the game. Gigi, I never get tired of watching you play. It's always so much fun to come out here at Ursuline or wherever I go to see you play and to see the Raiders. You've done a good job working all these new players into the system, and Congratulations on the big win tonight. We'll see you next Thursday. We're right back here against Sanford next Thursday. I know you have a game at Saturday at Cape Henlopen, and that's where your focus is.
That's where my focus is. One game at a time, man. Thank y'all.
All right, that's going to wrap up our coverage here tonight from Ursuline. For Coach John Kaleja, Jason Winchell, Nick Halliday, I'm Mike Lang. Thanks for joining us once again. Your final score was Ursuline 52, Caravel 37. And that's going to do it. We'll see everybody on Saturday from Howard High School. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right, great game. Yeah,